Forgotten architectural wonders rediscovered. From ancient temples to secret submarine bases, unearthed stories. Famous historical structures like the Great Wall of China or the Taj Mahal have been attracting tourists from around the world for ages. However, there are also fascinating buildings that were forgotten for decades, centuries, or even millennia, only to be rediscovered suddenly. In this video, we want to introduce you to some long-lost structures and their intriguing stories. We'll cover a submerged city, a mysterious facility, and a place that presents gigantic puzzles. Let's dive right in and begin with an ancient structure that, despite its immense size, peacefully slumbered for almost a millennium until it was rediscovered. This structure is the Borobudur Temple on the Indonesian island of Java, the largest Buddhist temple complex in the world. The mystical temple was built around the 8th century AD, with its colossal terraced platforms covering an incredible 25 hectares, equivalent to about 35 football fields. Adorned with enormous reliefs depicting Buddha's life and numerous large stone statues, the temple served as a hub for Buddhism in Southeast Asia for about 150 years. However, in the 9th century, due to a volcanic eruption, the residents had to flee the region, and the temple sank under volcanic ash, gradually becoming overgrown and forgotten. It wasn't until the 19th century, over 1,000 years later, that an English governor explored the legend of Borobudur and rediscovered the site. After decades of excavation, the temple regained its former glory in 1983 and became a popular destination. Moving on to an ancient city reminiscent of the mythical Atlantis, we have the port metropolis of Thanis Heraklion in Egypt. Around 2,500 years ago, this city thrived as a trading hub where ships from foreign lands docked to deliver goods like wine, oil, and precious metals. Known as the Gateway to Egypt, Thanis Heraklion had bustling marketplaces and countless residences. However, due to an earthquake in the 3rd century BC, the city gradually sank into the sea as the water level rose, and it lacked proper dams for protection. Despite being mentioned in millennia-old writings, the exact location of the sunken city remained unknown until 2000, when underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio discovered its remnants about 6.5 kilometers off the current coast of Egypt. Subsequent expeditions revealed fascinating relics, including a massive hieroglyph-covered stone slab, silverware, statues, and weapons. In the summer of 2021, even the hull of a 25-meter-long galley was recovered. The exploration is ongoing, and archaeologists estimate it could take around 300 more years to uncover all the secrets of this ancient city. Now, let's turn our attention to the oldest known city in the Americas, Caral in Peru. Established around 2600 BC, this city was home to an unknown civilization that built several flat-topped pyramids amid the South American desert. Contemporary with Egypt's first cities, Caral provides evidence that urban centers existed in South America much earlier than previously thought. Excavations have been underway since 1994, revealing impressive pyramids, with the largest one measuring approximately 150 meters in width and length, featuring 2 nearly 4-meter-high monoliths at its entrance. The city, irrigated by a sophisticated canal system, provided water for fields of vegetables and cotton. Current research suggests that Caral was abandoned around 1500 BC. Despite ongoing exploration, the history of this mysterious city is still relatively unexplored. Moving on to a more recent discovery using cutting-edge laser technology deep in the Bolivian rainforest. Until recently, it was believed that no advanced civilization existed in the entire Amazon rainforest before the Spanish colonization in the 16th century. However, laser scans from 2022 in the densely wooded Amazon basin reveal the remains of 2 large settlements from the Kasareb culture, which existed from around 5 to 1400 AD. The laser data indicates remarkable architecture, including squares, pyramids, causeways, and canals, showcasing an advanced culture. However, as only laser measurements have been conducted so far, the secrets of these sunken ancient cities in the Amazon remain hidden beneath the earth and vegetation. Excitement awaits as the excavations begin. Let's now explore a facility that is more recent but was long forgotten due to strict secrecy. We're talking about the so-called U-boat listening post Octopus, an intelligence facility of the East German Navy used during the Cold War to detect foreign submarines in the Baltic Sea. In 1953, 3 of these listening posts, located about 4 kilometers off the coast of Russian, were submerged in the sea. Due to their classified nature, they were later forgotten. It wasn't until 2018 that a wreck-searching vessel accidentally rediscovered the U-boat listening post Octopus. At first, researchers aboard the ship didn't comprehend what they had found. The approximately house-sized and circular underwater structure remained a mystery until a dive brought clarity. Despite thinking we know everything about the Nazi era through education and documentaries, there are still surprising discoveries decades later. In 1981, on the sparsely populated Labrador Peninsula, which belongs to Canada, a secret Nazi weather station was found. During the height of World War II in 1943, a U-boat clandestinely landed here and set up the fully automated weather station Kurt. The Nazis aimed to stay informed about enemy weather conditions, gaining an advantage in military operations. Leading physicists and engineers from Siemens were involved in the development of this advanced technology, which automatically transmitted data to Germany via radio. The crew of the U-boat managed to set up the weather station within just 28 hours in Canada. Despite the considerable effort, the weather station operated for only a few days after the U-boat's departure, quickly fading into oblivion. It wasn't until the 1970s that an engineer at Siemens stumbled upon the old plans, leading to the discovery of the secret station in 1918. The remaining parts were placed in a museum. Another forgotten relic from the Nazi era is the Dome, a bunker complex in the de France region of northern France. Built between 1943 and 1944, this secret facility was intended to launch V-2 rockets as far as London. Although the dome was never completed, it can now be visited, offering a chilling glimpse into dark times with its massive dome and underground tunnels.